Hi, I'm Joe Crabtree. I have an app called PolyNome, and I'd like to show you two ways that I use it. One of them is how I use it in a live situation, and another is how I use it in a practice situation. So in a live situation, I use clicks generally to count songs off, but I don't play to a click for the whole song. So the way I used to do this, I would have an app that would play a click for a certain number of bars and then it would stop, and I would use that as my count-in. So it might go something like this. Okay, so the click was there, I used that to count off, I played along to the click for a few bars and then it stopped and moved on to the next in the list. What I've done with PolyNome is instead of having just straight clicks, I've programmed in the grooves that I'm going to have to play. And this helps me get into the feel of the song before I've even started playing. So that same song with the groove programmed would go more like this. So I much prefer having the groove there to give me a sense of the feel of the groove at that tempo. So it's advanced to the next song, and this is the groove for that song. It's also handy if you don't remember how a song goes. It's kind of interesting when the groove drops out and you suddenly feel a little bit lost. You felt like you had great time, but it's because you're playing over a drum machine, essentially. And then finally, here's an example that uses more of a toms groove. So that's how I use it live. I also use it for calculating the set length. As I add songs to a set list, it tells me how long the set list is going to be. I can print set lists directly from it. Basically, all the things I've ever wanted to do as a drummer on a gig are in PolyNome. So one of the ways that I use it in the practice room is to work on my timing. So we're going to take one of the grooves that I just played from a gig, and I've programmed in 4 bars of this groove, followed by 4 bars of rest. And all I do is play along to it and then see how accurately I come back in after the rest. Okay, so I actually did pretty well there. I've got the triangle sign that comes at the start of each 4-bar section, and that you can really hear if you're out of time with it. And I've just been playing around with this and testing which ways I tend to stay more in time. Now, funnily enough, if I lead with my left hand on the hi-hat, even though it feels more uncomfortable to play the groove like that, I was more accurate. I would tend to come back in time more often leading with the left hand than leading with the right hand. The same goes if I'm playing on the ride cymbal. So I narrowed that down to the fact that when you're playing with your hands crossed, there's the motion, rather than being this on the hi-hat, which is easily repeatable motion, is doon doon da doon 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 da. So there's all this extra motion going on, and that was actually slowing me down a little bit. And I didn't realize that. It felt more comfortable playing it right-handed, and yet I was slowing down very slightly, not when I led with the left hand. That's something I wouldn't have known without playing along to this. So it's very easy to do this. This preset as a time test thing comes as standard when you get PolyNome. So if you want to check it out, it's at polynome.net. Thanks for watching, and also check out joecrabtree.com if you want to find some drum lessons.